Hi everybody, I'm Susana Trilling from Seasons of My Heart Cooking School in Oaxaca, Mexico. Summer is here, so we're just going to celebrate by making a favorite dish of mine called hongos al ajillo. And these hongos are brought from the mountains of the Sierra Norte, or the Sierra Juarez, from my friend Marta Contreras, and these are called romaria or gacho de venado because they look like deer antlers. And then we're going to be using a lot of beautiful squash blossoms from the garden in Mazaltepec. And this is from the Milpa Direct. So today we're going to be making all of this, and the other base of the name is called chili guajillo. This is chili guajillo. These are beautiful chilies, and they're kind of fruity tasting and a little sweet with lots of garlic. So let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut these chili guajillos. There's no seeds, and I'm going to cut them into strips and soak them in oil. And I've soaked them overnight. I mean, it really doesn't take very long for them to get soft. And this makes a chili guajillo oil that we use a lot because it's pink, it's beautiful, and it gives a lot of flavor to the food. The chili guajillos are not really hot. They're kind of fruity and sweet. So when you cook them like this, you can make shrimp al ajillo, beef, chicken al ajillo, anything really, but I want to make this kind of a plant-based dish. And so you can use anything with these chili guajillos, but they come out like almost like chili candy. And so I have them soaking in here. But what I'm going to start with for this dish, this is a saute. This is going to go very quick. And I'm just going to use this oil to start the saute process. And then I'm going to add the chilies in a minute. I'm going to start by sauteing the onions. And these are just going to be cooked till they're, they're limp or soft, as we say, translucent. And this is kind of the way we start many, many recipes, and it just gets you in the mood to cook when you smell those onions and eat as well. See how they're soft? They're not that bright white anymore. So now we're going to add these mushrooms. And when I get the mushrooms, I always brush them off. And then I clean them. And sometimes I soak them for just a second and then bring them out. But I never let them soak in the water. I'm going to put some of the chilies in. Sometimes I add nuts to this. You can add a lot of different things. But this is really good. You can make this as a taco filling, which is how we're going to use it today. Or if you want, you could use it, maybe use a little cazuela like this and fill it up with the mixture and then put cheese on top. We use quesillo here in Oaxaca, which is the string cheese. Or you could use any kind of melting cheese and put it in the oven and heat it up, and then you can have it like queso fundido with hongos underneath, which is quite good. I'm going to add a little garlic. And then this, now that this is complete for the name, the al ajillo, which is ajo and chili guajillo together. And now you can start to smell it. To me, it's not so much the onions that are frying that makes me hungry. That kind of starts it. But when I put the garlic in, then I know it's going to be good. All right, I'm going to add a little bit of these squash blossoms just because Ciso brought so many, and it was so nice of him, and I don't want them to go to waste, so I'm just going to add these. I've never done this before, but I'm sure it'll be delish. And the thing about these squash blossoms, you can, just like mushrooms, you put a lot in and it cooks down to almost nothing. I'm going to add a little bit of the sea salt. And this is our salt from the East, to 1 a peck, and some pepper, some parsley. And then I'm going to add a little bit of corn cob stock. And this is just taking the corn, cooking it, and taking the kernels off, or just cooking the cobs themselves. I'm going to remove the mushrooms and the squash blossoms so they don't get overcooked, and then just make a little sauce, because I like it to be a little soupy. These mushrooms cook very quick. If you don't have these type of mushrooms, you could use setas, you could use cultivated mushrooms, porcinis, any types of mushrooms. We're just fortunate. We have so many mushrooms in Oaxaca. It's a very rich state in mycology. Now we're going to add a little bit of lime juice in the sauce and some butter. And when I add the butter, just bit by bit, this is what makes the sauce stick together. And we do the same thing if we're doing this with, chicken or with shrimp. We do a lot with shrimp here. We do the same technique in making it. And this is what thickens the sauce. It's called, in French cooking, they say it's called melting the sauce. And you never stir it, you always shake it to give it kind of air in the sauce. So almost salt. And if you wanted, you could put wine, you could put beer. You could put a little shot of mezcal. See how it's getting thick now? This is what we're looking for, that texture, that velvety texture. And now I'm going to pour it over the mushrooms. So now I'm heating up the tortilla. And we just made these a little while ago. You can also use this like an omelet filling if you wanted to. Or like I said, bake them. But I love to actually spoon it out little by little and put it on pieces of tortilla. Super hot. All right, well now I have to try this because this is like a new invention. This is delicious. If you like recipes like this and you want to learn more in a more intensive online cooking course, stay tuned because we're going to be launching our new program in September. Follow us on social media, seasonsofmyheart.com, or on Instagram or Facebook, and we'll be announcing the schedule. We're going to have master type classes or short subjects, and also special theme classes as well. So we hope that you join us, and we look forward to seeing you there. Buen provecho.